everyone. I hope you're doing well today. I want to welcome you to my April side and front garden tour. I'm going to start in this bed that you see as soon as you come out of our backyard. This side of our driveway, we have our trash bins and recycle, but we have this bed here that has been planted up with items that were transplanted there from the backyard. We're going to start with the centerpiece here, which is a wax leaf ligustrum shrub, which will get up to about 6 feet tall and has white lacy flowers. We have daylilies, which you will see throughout the garden because I have so many of them. Back in the back is a lantana that has a rust orangey color, so the daylilies being orange and that having that hue matches. And there's also an onion in there with white flowers. And you come on the other side of the ligustrum and we have that same trio of lantana, daylilies, and onion. And also in here, I almost forgot, there is salvia. Your traditional purple salvia is stuck in the middle, along with the New Guinea sun patience, and there's the second salvia on the other side. So each side of the ligustrum is matching with daylily, lantana, onion, and your salvia right there. The front contains the sun patience in coral, which is going to provide that constant year-round color. So that is this small side bed, and of course also when everything gets larger, it will also block the view of the trash cans from the street. Now as we swing around to this other side, there's a collection of the same lilies and onion here in the corner. The sprinkler in this bed does not reach all of the way into the far corner, so I wanted to make sure that I plant things that can grow without needing so much care and water. Now this section here where I have lilies, I have the 2 orange lilies, but I'm going to be adding others. So there's various colors of lilies there that will bloom at different times. And this that I am showing you here, I have liriope grass. I had 2 others, but they had to be removed, so I transplanted them somewhere else. Next to the liriope is a limelight hydrangea, which is coming back and doing good. And that is a pink lantana with like a little yellow center. And then we have the daffodils here that are not blooming basically, but this particular part of the bed sits right in front of the kitchen window, and I really want to plant this long border along the side garden here with something pretty, especially in front of the kitchen window. I've always wanted to be able to open my kitchen window and have a wonderfully smelling plant or shrub outside of it. So I bought this rose, which smells so good, guys. And this rose is called, nope, that's not the name there. Let me take a look here. Here it is. So this rose is called, hang on, let me get it out so you can see it. Let me put the tag tour, so let's kind of put it together so you can see the whole thing here. There we go. It's called Big Mama, and it is very fragrant, as it says, and indeed it is. So my hope is that it will not only be beautiful, as you can see what it looks like, that when I have my kitchen window open I can smell it. I have little baby lilies coming up, daylilies there, coming off of this one daylily here. There's a lantana that you can see coming up again in pink. There's a limelight hydrangea, Here is a pink encore azalea. It did not bloom, at least not yet, but it's looking good. This is another limelight hydrangea. Again, another lantana. This is the pink. And another lily. All of the lilies again throughout the yard are orange. I bought them in a bunch of them from an Etsy seller. Now here I'm wanting to put this hibiscus, which is pretty much close to the same color as the rose, so they make a perfect match. And this hibiscus is called Painted Lady. And guys, it's just such a pretty flower. Oh my goodness. And it's not a pink, it's almost like it's got a little coral to it. Same with the rose. But I'm going to be planting it right here on this corner of the house. Now that takes us on into the front garden. And this is the bed in the front garden. In this corner here has a Miss Lemonibelia coming around. There's some grasses. There's the Superbena pink cashmere. And of course, weeds. There's always weeds. But what can you do about it? But there's the Superbena pink cashmere, and behind it is a juniper, and I got that juniper off of the clearance rack at Home Depot for like really crazy low price, but it didn't have a tag, so I'm not sure what kind it is. Now at the very back there are two holly shrubs, and kind of in front of the hollies are two nandinas, and surrounding those shrubs are black knight, I believe it is, coleus, and the two bright green coleuses with the variegation on it. Those are so cool. And the front shrub is a white azalea. And right here are agapanthus, which were here when I moved in, so I did not plant those. And kind of in the back there are some daylily stuck. I bought like 50 for $9, and I just stuck them everywhere. Now these are our New Guinea impatiens, two different colorings with daffodils stuck in there. And this here I got off of Etsy as well. It is a variegated agapanthus. It's not common to find those in store, but I got that variegated version from Etsy, and behind it is another regular just agapanthus, and then there's some grasses, as you could see. And then as we come along, we have Stella Deora daylilies, and then we have the variegated liriope grasses that are kind of flanking the walkway and surrounding that large shrub. I don't know what kind of shrub it is. Kind of reminds me of some kind of yew. I don't know though. They were here when we moved in, and the shrubs are the same but don't match. One is skinny, one is fat. So I've said in past videos that we plan on getting rid of those and replacing them. My husband wants the Italian cypress. We'll see. But we have more liriope grasses going around that shrub, and of course more weeds, clovers. Here's some more agapanthus, or also known as African lilies. Right here, again here when we moved in, I have two more evergreen shrubs that match the other on the other side, hollies. We've got your New Guinea impatiens that also match the same colors, two different color schemes here, just like the other side. And behind it we have that variegated version of the coleus and a little bitty liriope that's struggling. I might have to take parts from the bigger one and put it there, but there's three flanking that variegated coleus, and that little baby is a daylily trying to come up, so we'll see if it makes it. Now as we come on along this border here, we have three Superbena pink cashmeres. All of these were transplanted from the backyard, which you saw in previous videos. And then we have this bird of paradise, which was here when we moved in, and the Italian cypress, which was recently planted in the fall one on each side of the house, as you saw from the other side. And we have more of that black knight coleus, which is just so pretty, so cool. It's going to look so good behind that Superbena pink cashmere. And the star, the sunshine ligustrum. Now, as I turn, the circle beds duplicate each other on both sides. This planting in these circle beds is a combination of burgundy coleus and pink begonias. That is a Parsons juniper, and here is a lantana with a weed popping out. So let's get this weed. But the lantanas around the tree are a creamy white-ish kind of color with the yellow center, or they're the like paler yellows. So those are the lantanas around the tree. And then, of course, as you can see, we planted some azaleas to provide evergreen interest that flanks the tree, one on each side. And the azaleas are fluffy pink azaleas. So we'll have the pink azaleas in the spring every year when those bloom. And the annual colors can be, you know, whatever I decide for the season. This season is pink. Maybe next year will be yellow or white. But I'll decide that next season. But here again, this second circle bed duplicates the other with the Parsons juniper, the combination of annuals of burgundy coleus and pink begonias. I can't believe I went blank. But as you can see, everything is just so gorgeous, and it's going to be so pretty as things mature. Look at that. And the fresh mulch. Now I do have to mulch the remaining beds back there, but I've been doing it myself because my husband's had to travel a lot for work, so I'll get it done as quickly as I can. I'm getting there. But guys, that is the tour of our front gardens, our long border side garden here, and our other side garden right outside of our back fence. So I hope you enjoyed the quick little tour of everything. Let's look at this rose again. It's so pretty. And I want to thank you for joining me today. I will see you in the next video, guys. Bye.